We got a jam in the spaceful furler. Okay. Beautiful sunrise. Took off from Oriental right here, and there we are. And we're gonna come up and around here and enter the ICW right there. Just gonna go around Gum Thicket Shoal right here. There's a buoy right there.
That's my coffee. I'm down here. I'll grab it for you.
Thank you so much. So what's in there?
So onions, garlic, curry powder, very little salt, crushed pepper. I had some mushrooms that needed to be used. There's broccoli, zucchini, chili garlic paste.
The best thing on earth. So man, yeah, when do we get to Ireland? I'm not leaving now. It's too good.
Little marker up there, you see that?
Yep. That's what we're heading for. We'll keep it to port. It marks the shoal. How's it going?
Good.
That was a wake from a powerboat that went by. I don't know if you noticed it down here.
Oh yeah.
Not 100% sure of the mast height. We're going to go through a couple of bridges in the ICW that measure as little as 64 feet, and I'm absolutely sure that the mast height is less than 64 feet, but I'm just going to try to measure it real quick just to be 200% sure. I hate to admit it, but back in 2002, I actually hit a bridge on my West Sail 32. I vowed that that would never happen again. Luckily, I didn't lose the rig, but it sure did ruin the party. All right.
So what are you going to do?
I tied this line to the end of the spinnaker halyard, and now I'm going to raise it. This won't be exact, but it'll be a good enough approximation. Bring this to the base of the mast step. Make sure it's straight from the block at the top of the mast to the base of the mast step right here. It goes to right about there. All right, let's bring that back down.
It is a little brisk out here.
Yeah, but we got cabin heat.
Yes, we do.
I'm so thrilled that heat exchanger that I installed on the engine is sending heat to the radiators.
You look very
I love
clear.
these pin rails. Matt made this, and I bought the bronze pins from Jamestown Distributors. I really like being able to tie the halyards on the pin rail so that when we're at anchor, the halyards don't whack against the mast and make a lot of noise. So they're just out here where they're not making any noise. All right, let's go measure this. Just gonna find my little mark there with the tape measure. 48 feet 6 inches from the top of the mast to the base of the
mast step.
Alright. So let's measure down to the water line. Alright, so the base of the mast step's right there, and it comes out to right about here. So nothing like doing stuff underway. About 4 feet 4 inches down to the water line. 57 feet. 7 feet from the water line to the top of the lightning rod. 57 feet. So bridge clearance is 65. We'll have no problem, I think.
I had this tattered little Hunter 22, and it had an engine to it. It just broke every time we tried to use it. And most of the time we launch it and we sail it off dock, so it didn't really matter. But so I learned most of like boat handling under sail, just close quarters, bringing it in. It goes on a lake, so it's pretty easy to do. But the engine never worked. I never really counted on it.
Drake got this book for me, basically Electricity Simplified, and the introduction, the guy was like, I have the most profound respect for the people who reach down into the bowels of their boat, grab the engine, and throw it overboard. He's like, because you're saving yourself a world of headaches and problems and time and everything else. He's like, but for the rest of us, he's like, this is how you work on it. And that's how he starts it off, which I think is funny.
Yeah, it is good.
When I was with Debbie, we stopped at this place.
Here we're about to go from this bigger river into the Intracoastal Waterway.
Like an hour before.
It's really nice to be underway again. You see the green marker?
I see the green marker. I don't see a red. Are we looking for a red?
I don't know. I'm just filming. We'll be entering the ICW further up there pretty soon. I'm really glad Adam's here. He's done this ICW route before, so he's familiar with all of it, including anchorages. So a little weight off of my shoulders. He's bringing us in. Welcome to the ICW, the other part that you haven't seen yet, because you sailed on that island packet with Debbie from
Oriental to Fort Worth.
Florida. Did you go through all of it in Georgia?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She only has a 4-foot draft.
Yeah.
You have to plan a little bit, I guess, for tides in places, but it's fine.
I really love Debbie's boat.
I do too.
Bring it on!
Don't tempt fate like that.
There's the bridge. According to the chart, it has a vertical clearance of 65 feet in there. We just measured the mast. Came out to about 55 feet, so we should fit under that no problem. What'd you say?
We hope.
Oh. How do you feel so far?
Well, we're on the ICW. We're motoring.
So you feel fine? Oh, that's something.
Yes, I feel fine and completely calm on those glassy conditions where the boat isn't moving at all.
Okay, let's not hit this bridge. Okay.
Go!
Okay. We made it!
It never fails, no matter how big or small your boat is. You're always like, is it good?
if I bring the cursor over that marker, it shows you that it's a mile away.
Yeah.
So just 1 mile, stay in the center.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Hey.
We're right near that.
Oh my goodness. The ICW by yourself kind of sucks because, you know, it's just you and you can't stop, and so you've got like from here to that marker and you're like setting the autopilot or locking the wheel, like running downstairs and trying to go to the bathroom and trying to grab something to eat, and oh my god. And whereas there's a whole bunch of people who are just like, la la la, what are you doing? What's for lunch? Why don't we make a souffle? Push ourselves baking. Really expand our horizons.
Because you can take turns at the helm.
And watch as I'm saying this all la la, we're like, whoops. Have the captain here, honey. It's turned into a beautiful day. The sun has come out, calm weather. It is a great way to start this trip.
We put out the jib and staysail as we motor down this more open stretch of the ICW. We're not bothering to put out the main because in about a mile we're going to go back into the forest. It's nice to see the sails up. It's been so long. Looking good. Looking good.
It always seems much happier with some sail up.
Yeah, definitely.
It just feels a little bit better.
Yeah, I hate this motoring. Don't you?
I love motoring. I think we should get a trawler and sell the boat.
Time to make the turn?
Here to come starboard?
Yep.
What's he doing?
I'm furling the staysail. Oh. We got a jam in the staysail furler. We got a jam in the staysail furler. Okay. So I'll bring the jib in first. Okay, let's go look at this jam. Shakedown. This would really suck if it happened offshore in a storm. Brand new furler, brand new line, brand new everything, and something's not right. What the hell happened? Why did it jam? Maybe the angle of the furling line was bad for the drum of the furler. The anchor! Fuck! Jeez! Wow! Oh, guessing that's...
It popped off that lead.
Yeah, this is what shakedown sailing's all about.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We were just talking about how leading, caused my problem.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all coming back to me now. Had to go through that block. We missed it when we ran the line. Yeah, it's still hitting the anchor though. That's just got bad written all, and this angle's all wrong anyway. Don't go down there.
Can you have it go over the anchor chain?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking we might just do that. Okay, this works. I don't like this whole deal with the anchor chain messing with the furling line. moment, let's just go like this. All right, I'm gonna rerun it.
So is it fixed or is it jury-rigged? Or is it undecided?
It's like half jury rigged. It's like acceptable, but
Is that like being slightly famished?
Just funny, we were talking about furling lines, you know,
Yeah, I
having
know.
them led correctly.
we were just talking about that.
Well, don't talk about stuff like that. Jeez.
No.
Okay, no more boat talk.
So that's Dowry Creek Marina, huh? How many times have you been there before?
I've been there twice. I stayed there twice. And the first time, my engine was giving me trouble out of the creek. It died right there.
Oh my God.
So I sailed it in.
Were you planning on going there?
I was actually considering going further that time, but I had to stop. I called them up and they were ready and caught my lines. And it was that Friday night where they all get together and have dinner. You know, a few of the liverboards and then the owner. And so they had this giant, feast with people and wine. And I'm like, I have like a couple pocketfuls of granola and some, nut bars, and I don't really have a lot to offer, And they're like, but I had a bottle of wine. I always keep a spare bottle of wine. And it was a beautiful night. And every weekend, in cruising season, they do that. They get together at their clubhouse up there, and it's a unique, good, clean place. It's good people.
Hey everybody, it's day one at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I am making lunch. I'm gonna have grilled chicken and Caesar salad wraps. Grilled chicken. It's great when it's really calm like this. Cooking on a calm motoring trip down the ICW is a whole lot different than cooking in heavy seas offshore when you sail a boat too. This is almost like being in the dock. Just got some cut up lettuce here, some grilled up chicken, some creamy Caesar dressing, and some Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna mix that all up in the bowl and then throw it in a flour tortilla. Everything's all mixed up in there. Just toasting up a little tortilla here. And here's lunch. We've got a chicken Caesar salad wrap, some potato chips, and a Baby Ruth candy bar. And all we have for dirty dishes are this one bowl and this one skillet.
This is so cute.
Some say a trip on the sailing vessel Paragon gets you a mint on your pillow. And a Snickers or banger for one of the two guys. Awesome, thank you so much.
Yeah, I feel that with every mile that we make, my confidence will go up, like the sort of comfort level with everything working.
When I was talking about that, it always takes a week. If you're on the boat, you can just, the boat is you, and you can just move around it, and you know exactly what line or what noise it's making. And you get to the point, your tears are like bonding agent, you can just, attack it anywhere.
Hey Drake, did you know that this is not locked in?
What is?
Solar panel?
You want to lock it?
Yeah, there's the locks right here. Right now the solar panel is not locked in, and that's there so that you can angle them up to face the sun.
It's unbelievably warm today. It's like 70 degrees. We left Oriental, North Carolina at about 6 this morning. It's now about 4:30. And in the next few hours, we should arrive at an anchorage that we've read about. Much of the Intracoastal Waterway looks like this. A lot of trees and hay and fields. Water is actually brown. Look at that. Looks like root beer. The path does a lot of winding and turning, so it's not really suitable for sailing because you have to stay right on the path. So it's basically a big motor trip. Far preferable to go down the ICW than go offshore in a lot of cases, especially if there's any kind of bad weather out in the ocean. In here, you're really protected. Waves don't really build up in the ICW. Yeah, it's not sailing, but it's nice. So we'll be at the anchorage soon. I'll show you right down here on the chart plotter. We've got it set to the satellite view so you can kind of see that you're surrounded by nothing but fields of grass and trees. Zoom in a little bit there. We're going along here. We'll zoom out and then pan the display a little bit up to where we exit this part of the ICW. Right here. We're going to come out here and then jump right in here and anchor right there in about 9 feet of water in about 1 hour. Nothing out here but field. I riveted these mast steps on when I had the mast down in the yard. I really like them because they enable me to climb up the mast whenever I want to. I don't need anybody's help with a halyard or anything. This may come in useful when we get to Greenland and have to be on the lookout for icebergs. I'll just be able to climb up here and get a much better view of what's around us. Sunset is at 7. So we have to get to the anchorage before then. We really don't want to get caught in the dark motoring down the ICW because, as you can see from what's around us, we've got nothing but forest, trees, and wildlife, but no lights of any kind. So when that sun sets, it'll be pitch black out here. And the thought of motoring down this thing with a spotlight is not something I want to have to do. Yeah, it'll be interesting being anchored way out here in the middle of nowhere, really. Just nothing but the sound of birds and crickets and frogs and stuff like that. We've just exited that long channel and we're gonna anchor right over there.
Are we almost there?
We're almost there. I don't know if you can see that on the chart, but that's us, and right to our port side right now is 5 foot depth. We'll go around that. We don't really have any buoys to guide us in, so we're just using the chart plotter right now. We'll just keep a good look on the depth.
Oh wow, what an awesome sunset. Have you turned yet or no?
No. I will any second now. Here we go.
Well, 2 out of 3 trees say that it's nice over there.
Oh yeah, nice trees. That's kind of like where we want to go anchor. This is gonna be fun. A little bit of a joy there.
How's it looking?
So far so good. I'm just gonna go from here to there and then into the wind and drop anchor.
a beautiful anchorage. 2 little trees. Just hanging out. Hey! I thought those were leaves on the trees. They're birds. Oh my god, that's awesome.
So each one of these little markers that we put in here counts for 25 feet. So that's 25, that's 50. And we're anchoring in 10 feet of water. So we've got 1 to 5 scope out already. Let's see how this holds. So everybody anchors their own way. My way has always been to get the anchor down and then center the wheel. Rudder's right in the center. Put it in reverse low throttle. And just hang out. Look at any part of the boat, get a bearing off of it to anything on land. And once she straightens out, that bearing will stay constant. And then I slowly raise the throttle, and I look at that bearing on something on land, see if it changes at all. If it doesn't, then the anchor is holding. And I put up the throttle some more. A little bit more. We're not going anywhere. Okay, so that's like 85 horsepower and high throttle. We're not going anywhere. That simulates, you know, a lot of wind, so we are done.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Woo! Oh.
So guys, yeah! Congratulations.
Oh, listen to that silence.
Yeah.
First night towards Ireland, out of Oriental.
Yeah.
Everything worked great.
Yeah.
So,
Smell that air. Wow. It is just gorgeous here, huh?
I love that tree.
Yeah, that's wild.
That tree totally looks like it has
yeah, it's
leaves on it, and it's all birds.
We're probably their evening's entertainment.
They're like, what do you want to watch? Do you want to watch the sunset or like the boat? Yeah, let's watch that boat tonight. It's something new. We haven't seen it before.
Oh, up here in the bow locker, we've got this snubber, which I bought at the Island Waterworld Chandlery in St. Martin. I spliced the line onto it. I pre-measured out the line, so all I really got to do is put it through the hose pipe here, and then onto cleat. Take it around the headstay. Take the other end. This thing grabs really well. It's not going to fall off. Put it on a chain link. Yeah, that's fully on. That's it. You can tighten up on the windlass. It's like a shock absorber. It takes the tension off of the windlass. And if anything ever did go wrong with the snubber, you know, we'd probably know about it. And then the windlass would be the backup. And on top of that, sometimes I even take the chain, I wrap it around the cleat as the third backup. And that's it. Love it out here. There's nobody else here.
What is that movie? Dead Calm?
Oh yeah. Did you see that movie Dead
been a
Calm?
long, long time.
Yeah.
I don't remember that much of it.
I just love it. It's so cheesy and awesome. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm going through this crazy storm, and the boat's like, and then she's on the bow, and it's totally calm. And then it's like, wow, crazy spray, blah, and then she's on the spreaders of this like 40-foot boat.
Yeah, I think it's like a 100-foot boat that they're on or something. And she's got to find her husband, who's on some other boat. He's been kidnapped, and
he was left by the killer.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. And so she's, under sail, like in a storm, trying to find her, the ship with her husband on it.
Which is sinking, and he's trapped inside.
And
Naturally.
And so under sail with a big head sail out and full main up and really heavy weather and crashing seas.
40 knots.
And then there's a scene of her standing on the spreaders holding the mast with her arm, and with the other arm she's looking through binoculars and trying to see the ship that her husband's in. And that would never happen.
Yeah, you don't need an arm to hold on. I mean, she should have just been standing there. It's so realistic.
Wow. Congratulations, everyone. Cheers.
Awesome.
Cheers.
It's to the cruising life.
Or like the cheesy life.
The cheesy life. So I'm going to try out that new recipe that I found in the book there. So, potatoes. We have onions in this locker and potatoes in this one. There we go. Potatoes. If you mix potatoes and apples together, it somehow helps them preserve themselves.
I think we'd rather have the extra time in New York where you can you can check things out. Or I'll step up some turnips and add the turnips to the potatoes and then mush it together. The stove is so shiny I can read the back of your t-shirt. So Anne came over yesterday and she was like, oh my god, you guys just take such good care of your stove. It's beautiful and shiny. Do you polish it? I'm like, yes. And she's like, what do you polish it with? I'm like, we polish it with a brand new stove.
You said that, really?
Yeah, I told her it was new.
Here we've got a mixture of potatoes, onions, mushrooms, basil, salt, and pepper. And I'm just going to put these chicken breast pieces on top of it. The final step is to pour a can of stewed tomatoes over the whole lot and then stick it in the oven. I gotta get into this locker right here. It's just...
Oh, you can stay in.
Yeah, it's just that I gotta lift this big lid.
Want me to hold it up?
No, that's okay. Stewed tomatoes.
I don't know which one is the tiny.
Voila. Well, here we are. First dinner on Paragon after leaving Oriental, North Carolina. Cheers. To the cruising life. To the cruising life. It's cold still.
Honestly think I would dive into the water.
Just a sailing vessel, Paragon.
The bridge. We're here.
Paragon. I have friends
Thank you.
who
Here's to the cruising life, guys. Nice. Yeah. It's an ICW dredger. I just moved right out of his way.
Must be Monday.
So we're still waiting for that bridge to open. It's now been over an hour. Motoring into Norfolk after sunset.